Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's working. Hello everyone and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Unfortunately, we had a few technical issues and we've lost a few episodes. Thankfully, most of them were grinding, not much was story based, and for those watching this for the story, that shouldn't really affect you. But those who like to watch me do all the extra stuff, get frustrated at stuff, that might suck a little bit for you. However, we are back and we have decided that enough grinding, we're a high enough level, we've got plenty of skill points, we can do some grinding afterwards. We're going to try and finish the game today, or the story, so looking forward to seeing how we pull that off. Yeah, so sit back, enjoy, and whatever you want, just do it. Going to get our skill points into here. Trying to get that machine one finished without the Beatus upgrade yet. We're pretty good for the final boss, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's do some quests. So I did the hunting grounds. I think that's the part you missed out on. Most of the hunting grounds has been lost, but that's about it. I think you may have got the first part of the hunting grounds. I'm not too sure. I'll see if I can try and piece something together, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because you can't get it back once it's gone. Anyway, we are going to continue the main quest today. So we are heading back to the base to gather our allies to do the final assault on the Prometheans. And we've convinced Silas to help us out by taking out Regala. So we wiped out Regala in the last episode. That may have been the part you missed. So, despite the fact Regala has been defeated in an epic battle, which wasn't that great, it was kind of boring. It wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought. We will now continue and see how we go with this next mission. Now, I think I must be close to the end, I'm assuming, because everyone's gathering for like the final assault sort of thing. And we've got the weapon to disable the shields for the Prometheans, so we're going to go and sort the shit out. We might do some chatting just to give you guys a bit of history, so I might talk to these guys before we continue.
No. Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them, but Silence and Tilda are here for a reason. Even Regala.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right. I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. You think so we'll be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means.
What about Catalo?
Ah, now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat. I think.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Catalo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
Yeah, we got Catalo a new arm as well.
Doesn't look like any of
Sorry
our guests
guys, I really feel
trouble.
bad because we missed out on so much info.
Yeah. So, Catalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
You, talk to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Sylens, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
This is going to be intense,
You look
guys,
like you have
this last
something
part.
on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about. Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Sylens in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
Aloy, you flew? Kotalo told me, and took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors, and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this, for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you,
Yeah, so that was one of the last
Zoe what
episodes you
might
guys
like.
saw. I
Thanks,
got
Uncle.
halfway there, then I got
Oh,
all the way
put
up
it
to
to
the
good
top
use.
of the tower. We found out that her second ancestor is actually a good person, and we created Leviathan, so basically
okay?
a drainage system.
I was wondering.
But there's no
is it
history
really
about how to
safe
get it
having
working
someone
yet.
like Regala here?
Only where it
She
is.
seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Sylens, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
Oh, this is an absolute prat.
How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask So to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've done.
Everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
And you?
Nervous? But I'm ready too.
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes, I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much
That's
they've
pretty
missed
funny,
out.
actually, when you think about it.
Not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly.
Very deadly.
You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the Legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
I need to wrap up.
That gives you pretty much a wrap up of what
Stay
happened
sharp.
just then. That was a
I'll
pretty
be
good one,
ready when
actually.
you call.
Let's go see Katalo. Now that we've built his
I
arm.
haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regala around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Katalo. You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
He's actually one of my favorite characters,
Did you
it
meet
turns
Tilda?
out.
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. The data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that.
Battery just died. We are recharging the battery. It was close anyway. There we go.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Cool Route?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Cool Route, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory, I said it, even though he knew it was so I became...
I'm sorry.
I am not.
I'm pretty sure I've talking about this all before.
Your people
The vision and lepra. It is what... and... so?
I won't.
I can only...
I'm just gonna cut through this so it finishes that part. Alright, we're
I have
good
to go.
for him.
But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
No talk about his robotic arm. I was hoping to get more about that.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her.
Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
You and
Why do
Elizabeth.
you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own
Oh, hi,
brand
Cat.
of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. titans of their industries.
And let me guess, all selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Oh well, that answers that. We now know about the Zeniths properly.
I'll let you know when it's time.
The heck are you doing,
I'll be
Cleo?
here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Okay, had our chat with her. Now just silence.
Did you need something?
There you are, Silence, you prick.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Unless
Not
you
a
explain
chance.
open.
I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since
This
you
dodge.
turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to Asera. How did you get Asera to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regala, and the Tenakth. Asera would help you create a machine-riding army, and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
And then you got your ass kicked for me.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
You prick.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Oh, I used to like Silence, but he's an absolute prat. Last episode he was okay, and was quite helpful, I'm pretty sure I can remember, but this episode he's an absolute brat. Where's my stash chest? There we go.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Alright, we've already got the inventory we need. Just craft some weapons.
Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
So,
Just go craft some ammo now. Make sure we're ready. Alright, that's something.
you return.
We need health potions and stuff as well, so before we can even do this next part of the biggest part of the mission, we need to get some potions and some extra stuff. So we're gonna have to make a quick shopping trip. We've got the story we wanted, now we need the shopping. Let's go to Plainsong. They have stuff there we can buy.
Sunshine upon you.
Bloom in your steps. Keep your spirits up.
Anything else we're missing, we can buy from upstairs.
Rewards of the wilds await you.
Then we'll craft it here because it's easier and cheaper. There we go. Might as well do that. Better off getting a quicker rope caster than anything else. Yeah, we'll buy potions from the potion person. Alright, we're fully stocked. Now I just gotta find the potion person, which I think is up here. Why is Plain Song so big? Here we are.
Changed your mind. That's all right.
No, it's not alright, because I didn't want to change my mind. There we go. Really, you only sell small potions? Well, that's not very frickin' helpful, is it? The only place that actually sold potions that were decent was all the way over here. In Formarsh. Oh, damn it.
That fight was that.
There we go, go to health potions. Okay, now that we've got our health potions and our full stock of stuff, now we can do this base expand thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring back the biosphere, and then we're going to spend some time finishing the proving grounds and things like that. But today we fix the biosphere, or at least attempt to fix the biosphere, and hopefully end this session on a high and a completed mission. But if not, we'll obviously do the next stream straight afterwards. We really want to finish this game, so we can do the other stuff.
Chill air's prickling my lungs.
Alright, let's gather our allies.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything... Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away.
Most likely the
everyone.
final mission of the game.
We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
That's a good plan. Because we're going to be able to take out that many Spectres. It's a struggle to take out two of the fuckers. No, we can talk to our companions again. Yay!
We need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
You know what?
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point.
We're just going to go straight to the
Might have a
rendezvous
bit.
point. I could spend another
I wouldn't
45
have
minutes talking to them, but honestly, we don't need it. We've got enough information. Let's go. Let's take our potion, so we're good to go. Okay, we're fully healed. And I already have a campsite there. Because I've already been to the Zenith base at least once. If you go past this point, you will be locked into a singular open world, will not be available for the duration of this quest. That's okay, we've got everything we need.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy. We're here. And we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Acid ammo could help here.
Spectres are a pain in the ass, but I think there's only 2 of them. Alright, we're gonna mark their location so we don't get seen. Stealth time.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
This'll help.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
There's only 2 monsters we should have to fight this whole fight, apparently. They're not easy, but they are required to be beaten. Looks like we need to go down.
Can we please leave the cave now?
No, it looks like there's nothing here.
Let's go, Aloy.
It stinks in here.
Yeah. I'll find a way back up.
We must have to go into that cave then.
Damn it!
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove
I'm not really
useful
built
to
for
you.
climbing.
Sorry, Erend.
Aloy's under attack! Cover her!
Firing!
Could use acid against it.
Which way do we need to go?
Anytime you're ready.
Looks like we need to get there and then glide across. Move now. Hang here until it turns around. Perfect. Now we glide.
Tired yet?
Yep.
Looks like we snuck through.
Yeah! Clear those weeds.
Quickly so we don't get detected.
We're through.
There we go. Alright, good. We haven't wasted too many resources.
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead ones hand. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of a whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
Getting as much salvage as we can, even if it's going into storage. There's going to be bad guys here, so let's get into the shade. Which is definitely a battlefield of some kind.
More specters. I'll attack when you...
Nope, it's all optional. We don't have to attack shit. We just have to make our way through. We don't want to waste our time on these fuckers because this game is difficult enough with low ammunition. We're fighting on the difficulty level it is with no ammunition because we fought all these specters.
I'll follow you in.
Oh yeah, if I can figure out the best time to move. Going that way is a danger zone. It's a good time to have stealth mode. Alright, we're gonna have to do stealth mode. And we're very limited to the stealth mode we have, so we're gonna have to bolt.
Here, up this rock. Spot it. Gotta move.
That's okay, we made it. Let's go.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
As fast as we can. You alright? Yeah. I'll find a way back up.
How many Spectres do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
Friends are destroying these specters, which is pretty good. We need to go that way, apparently. I swear we just came across this way. No, we're gonna get behind that fucker. So we're gonna have to draw it out somewhere else. We could just get my bird and fly over, let's be honest. But we're not going to. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the right area.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Looks like the others have things under control.
Let's take them out! You want me to hit you again?
Good job, Aaron. You made it. That's a fancy looking base.
Their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now we can crank out machines to its heart's content. get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
He's gonna do a lot of damage here. I guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
It would have made it so much easier. Where is the fucker? Alright, there's our tracks. It looks like none of them come this way, so as soon as one turns around we can move pretty quickly to the next part.
Zoe and Baldy are fighting another Spectre up there.
I think they can handle it.
Are we gonna attack or what?
No, we're gonna hide because we're not killing these fuckers if we can avoid it. I don't care the parts we get from them, I'm trying to avoid using any of our inventory at this difficulty level. Can do a quick sneaky thing here.
You need it. Live long, kill your ass.
Remember when I started this series, I was shitty at stealthing. I have got significantly better since then, obviously. Now how do we get ahead of ourselves? Because I can't see where the next objective point is.
Well, should we go for it, Aloy?
We will when I'm not being followed by a Spectre. Alright, go. I'm guessing we have to go up that way.
What are we
That's
waiting
not,
for?
that's not great. I can't see where we need to move to, apart from there.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go up, which means, well, fighting time. I had to get up here because I need to see where we can actually go. But I am not seeing too many great ways to get around here right now.
I don't think shock ammo will help.
Maybe that's where we have to go?
I'll follow you in.
Or do we have to go to the top of that mountain and glide towards it? Or do we just need our flying mount for this part? I don't think it'll give me access to my flying mount, would it? That would make this too easy. I think we're gonna have to use our flying mount, guys. I think it's the only way. No, can't use it. Didn't think so. There you go, yeah, we gotta glide across.
Big jump.
I don't think they detected us.
To the right, I think.
Alright, let's continue.
And now to the left.
Okay, everyone, we're going to have to pause the stream there and come back a little bit later to find out what is ahead of us, because I have a feeling there is a boss fight coming.